Ian, give us your thoughts on you've been a Marvel mainstay.
I've been
a
Marvel mainstay for years. It was actually enough for me to start rereading X titles. I haven't read an X title since Uncanny was in the 470s.
The Rachel Gray as Dinosaur Gal.
Yeah. Needless to say, it's been a long time since I've read an X title, and I'm back in, and I'm loving it. I've read X-Force. It's only an issue 1, but I like where it's heading. All new X-Men, fantastic read. I'm starting to read Avengers again. Uncanny.
Yeah,
that's
been really good.
Looking good. The one title, my mainstay book has always been Iron Man, and I gotta say, the Marvel Now Iron Man, not so hot.
Oh, I'll tell you one that surprised me: Captain America. Actually, I've been enjoying the first issue of that. I think I grabbed issue 2. Yeah. If it's been out, I can't remember. It's in my long ass. It's in my long ass pile. It may be coming out this Wednesday.
Yeah,
actually,
so.
I've been seeing it in my mind, but
I honestly haven't been reading Marvel since A Brand New Day.
There's a reason for that.
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of.
There's been a lot of.
We weren't alone on that stepping off point.
And that's the good thing with Marvel now. There's been a lot of stuff over these past few years that may have turned a lot of readers off. And it's kind of just a fresh coat of paint because you've had like these same creative teams on these books for like the better part of a decade now.
Yeah.
And it's just good to have somebody new, a new fresh take on some of these titles.
I mean, nice to see Bendis get off the Avengers books. His all new X-Men stuff been really good.
Yeah.
He's got Uncanny X-Men coming next year, which I'll be interested to see how he goes with that.
Crossover early on that one.
A very early crossover in that one.
He's gonna be doing. I guess he's gonna have Guardians of the Galaxy coming down the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm excited for.
Which might get its own movie soon.
Well, it
is. It is.
It's not a mic. It is.
No, that's right. That's actually 2013 too, isn't it?
No,
2014. Well, they're sticking one of their top names on the book, so I guess they're trying to drum up interest.
Like I said, don't get me wrong. The Guardian Galaxy books in past, even up to close to present, great reads.
Hard sell in Hollywood.
Hard sell for Hollywood. I don't see how they're going to get people to go see these because...
Great reads, but not a lot of...
No one in there. Rocket Raccoon is not going to pull in the common crowd.
There are no names in this whatsoever as far as characters.
Groot.
But then again, I mean, you could say Iron Man wasn't really a big name prior to the movie.
At least he had longevity where...
But I mean, I wasn't a big Marvel. I don't know, because see, you had the Iron Man cartoon, but you had the Iron Man toy line, and Iron Man's really been kind of at least there at some level.
If you like the average moviegoer, you ask them to name about 3 Marvel characters, they'll probably give you Spider-Man, X-Men. At best, Hulk, maybe.
Well, we also give a lot of props to the fact that it was Robert Downey Jr.
Right,
on there
yeah,
as well.
don't get me wrong. Iron Man is
the
character that brought me into comics, and even I call him a B-list character.
Right.
Upper B.
Yeah.
But B.
Yeah, and what I'm saying,
it's the first one you think of.
Yeah, but there's not a member of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy that I would even. I mean, they're all low-level.
And it could be one of those cases where the movie kind of elevates them to that level.
And I hope it works.
Yeah.
Don't be wrong. I think they have doing it at the right time. They have great momentum going with Marvel.
If they make a good movie,
I
think they get word of mouth.
And plus, too, if they were like in the episode of the Avengers Earth Mightiest.
Oh, yeah, they were. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode. So if they play them like that,
then
I think that would also bring in.
That's
a movie
where Marvel/Disney has been doing gangbuster. They're making their universe huge.
Yes.
And they are actually showcasing it in their products.
I tell you what, in the future, there's going to be a book written about how you successfully tackle your intellectual properties of one medium and put it into film properly, because I mean this is like a textbook. Well, how they've been handling their stuff, Marvel, from Iron Man 1 all the way to Avengers.
Oh, Iron Man 1 wasn't with Disney. That was with Paramount.
That was it not.
No, it wasn't until the second movie that Disney bought them out.
And I think it's the guy.
But that's still the Marvel
Studios.
Marvel Studios. That's what I'm saying. Marvel Studios. I mean, that's how you would. That's how you do it.
I think it's the guy. I can't think of his name. That's been behind the movies too.
Javier.
No, not him. Not him.
No. Oh, he has a hatred.
Not him.
He's behind Iron Man 1.
Doesn't matter. He's also behind Spider-Man 3.
Ooh.
Hey, you don't knock him out of the park every time.
But no, the new guy that's been behind the Avengers and Iron Man 2 and Incredible Hulk.
He's also behind the Iron Man cartoon in the 90s. But
that was.
Force works, except this time.
But no, I hate it. I can't think of his name. But because of him, he's taken a lot of the properties, and he's actually, because he knows the characters, at least to some degree. He knows some of the background to a degree.
There's a love to this character.
Yeah, and he has a love for it. Like with Sam Raimi, when Sam Raimi did Spider-Man 1, you knew Sam Raimi loved the characters.
He did.
Until Alvarado, or whatever his name was, really jumped in Spider-Man 3. Well, the fans like Venom, and they want Venom, and the fans like Venom, and because of his big interaction.
Join us next week for Joker's hatred of Avi Arad, or whatever his name is. Avi Arad, I don't care.
Whatever his name is. But it's like
an hour-long podcast special there, just Joker ranting.
I'll get off my soapbox now.
But Marvel Now, do you think
we all have someone we hate.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We all have someone we hate.
Yeah.
Morrison! Alright. So with Marvel Now, do you think it's actually achieved its goal?
I think so.
Sort of.
Phase 1.
Yeah, I mean it's lapsed. I mean it's brought in lapsed readers again. I mean got people.
Yeah, books are on an upswing.
Yeah, love or hate. The best thing you gotta have is just people talking about it.
Do you think in the long run though these multiple titles shipping within a month at the $3.99 mark will hurt them?
They have no plan on it being a long term.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of like to get a lot of material out at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like drugs, get them early.
Yeah. Like I said, they're talking about like Uncanny X-Men is going to be. They may have 16 issues a year. They may
that's just Bendis' pace.
And to be fair, they ran like that in the early 2000s too.
I think as long as
with a lot of the Ultimate stuff.
The only problem with that is I mean the price is not really cheap. I mean, for people who are still trying to struggle with thousands of other titles up there every week, to keep having to pay like the $4 on that stuff, I think it would get tiring after a while.
Yeah,
regardless of the quality of the book.
Yeah, granted they have good teams placed on the books. They got some good names.
Teams are amazing.
Good hooks on some of the new books.
They're giving you content for that money.
Yeah.
To a degree. See, with Batman, when Batman came out with the New 52, it was $2.99. Then recently, it jumped to the $3.99 about midsummer, and then you get like a second story in the back
that you don't want to read.
And I don't care.
Granted, though, at least with the
There's
Batman titles,
Snyder's
been doing those backups, and a lot of them are like really pertain to the main story.
Yeah.
But still, it's like I'm getting a second story. It's like I don't want a second story. It's like I read All-Star Western. I mainly read for Jonah Hex, and then once I hit that second story in the back, if it's a 1 or 2-parter, I don't care. Or El Diablo. It's like I don't care.
Jumping on the DC bandwagon, I mean they've had a really big year. The bad titles,
banner year for DC.
Death of the Family is in the midst of a swing right now. I think this Joker story will be. I think as long as the next 2 issues don't have any hiccups of any sort, this will be in the top 5 greatest Joker stories of all time.
Because really, this will probably make or break the Batman titles, or at least keep fans reading.
Right.
Because
they've made some missteps.
Yeah, because we've had
not in the books, behind the scenes. Because we're kicking Gail Simone out. Bad move.
And also too, you had the Joker in the first issue of Detective Comics, and he gets his face cut off by a doll maker, and then we don't really see the Joker for a whole year, and now we finally get him back a year later.
You back, yeah.
And he finally what?
We get you back.
Yes, you get me back. and then finally you get him back. So yeah, naturally you're gonna want an epic story for what it is, but done right. I think that's going to be the main thing. If they don't treat I would say probably one of the flag main villains in the DC universe, that's probably one of the most recognizable villains in the DC universe, you're probably going to tick off a lot of readers to where they're just going to, I don't want to read it anymore.
Well, we got 2 more issues to see how well that's shipping up.